Welcome to CCS TV News, where we bring you highlights and happenings from Coweta County Schools. For the week of March 4th, I'm Josh Johnson of Northgate High School.
And I'm Dawn Revere of the Central Educational Center. We'll take a look at events coming up in the Coweta County school system. But first,
Coweta County's 2024 STAR students were introduced and honored by the Noonan Rotary Club in a luncheon at the Noonan Country Club February 16th.
Welcome to the Noonan Rotary Club and to the 2024 STAR Student and Teacher Program. Coweta County has some of the strongest schools, public and private.
The Student Teacher Achievement Recognition, or STAR program, honors top academic students in Georgia high schools each year at the school, county, regional, and state levels. STAR students from the Heritage School, East Coweta High School, Central Christian School, Noonan High School, Northgate High School, and Trinity Christian School were all recognized at the event. To be named STAR, senior class students must have the highest score in their school in one sitting on the SAT taken through their senior year. They must also be in the top 10% of their class based on grade point average. The STAR students then choose the educator who most influenced their academic achievement by naming them as their STAR teacher. For Coweta Schools, Noonan High STAR student is Anna Frances Blackburn, and band director Joshua Boyd is her STAR teacher. Northgate High STAR student this year is Tyler Worley, and AP Biology and Zoology teacher Margaret Horn is his STAR teacher. At East Coweta High, two seniors tied for STAR student this year. They are Jocelyn Bloss of East Coweta High and her STAR teacher Candace Moabier, who teaches AP Chemistry. And Mariana Lucia Torres of East Coweta High and her STAR teacher Matthew Klein, who also teaches AP Chemistry at EC. Torres and Bloss were both announced as the 2024 Coweta County STAR students at the event. Both EC teachers shared the countywide honor with their STAR students. Bloss and Torres will stand for regional honors at the March 14th STAR Region 3B banquet held at the Nixon Center for Performing and Visual Arts in Noonan.
the Coweta County Board of Education named new principals and a new head football coach at their February 13th meeting. Chad Kohlert has been named the new principal of East Coweta Middle School to take the place of current principal Jeanette Hallam. Hallam has been named as the school system's new federal programs coordinator with the school system's curriculum office. And Stephanie Easterwood has been named as the new principal of Arnold Middle School later in 2024 to take the place of Patrick Sullivan as the school's principal upon his retirement later this year. Both Easterwood and Kohlert are currently assistant principals at East Coweta High School.
This has always been one of my dream places to go to. The history of this building, the history of this community. This is a pillar of this community, and I told them when I first expressed interest that I was excited to come here with the legacy. Anywhere you go, you talk to somebody, and somebody in their families went to school at this building, either when it was the high school or the middle school. And so the tradition here is something that I really look forward to continuing to bring.
I'm super excited that I'm going to go back to middle school because that's where I started. When I went to visit Arnold last week to meet the staff, it was just a wonderful experience. Everyone was so welcoming. Several familiar faces. They were excited to see me come back to Arnold where I started. Like I said, it feels like it's just making a full circle and going back home for me. The staff, they're eager to teach those kids. I walked around, visited classrooms. I saw a lot of active learning going on, which is what I want to see. The culture that I want to promote is that we're glad you're here. We want you to learn, and I already see that culture there. So it's going to be just a great opportunity to build off of that.
And the board named Kevin Whitley to be the new head coach of Northgate High School Vikings football, to replace head coach Mike McDonald upon his retirement later this year. Whitley comes from Georgia Southern University, where he served as interim head coach and assistant head coach, as well as head coaching positions at Stockbridge and Creekside High Schools. A former Georgia Southern All-American and professional player himself, Whitley takes over from longtime Valhalla head coach McDonald later this year.
Well, I think number one thing is just build relationships that last a lifetime. I think the number one thing, most of these young men will never forget their high school experience, so you want it to be a good experience for them, and you want to win. So I think it's just about building relationships and having something they can come back and always be proud of.
We caught up to Coach McDonald to talk about the end of an era at Northgate and about achieving his 100th win during last year's season.
It was a goal going into the season, but the big thing was it was our first region game, and so that was a big win for us as a team. And I think the kids really wanted to get that win that night, and they were excited, and You know, it just happened to be against our first region opponent, which was McIntosh, and you know, so yeah, it was a big win in a lot of areas. It got us off to a 1-0 start in the region, and you know, both my boys were able to come up for college, so it was a big night that night. It just worked out. They were off and were able to come up, and again, but I think the significance of the win was more important for our region. You know, getting off to a good start. And McIntosh is a big rivalry for us, so always has been. So it was very, very, very gratifying night.
Congratulations to Coach McDonald. Now for a look ahead at upcoming events in our school system with East Coweta High student Olivia Rodriguez.
The Coweta County School System will hold its next break for students during a 2-day teacher workday on March 14th and 15th. After that, the school system's next holiday will be spring break, April 1st through the 5th. It's prom season. East Coweta High School will hold its annual prom on Saturday, March 23rd. Northgate and Noonan High will both hold theirs on Saturday, April 27th. All 3 high school spring plays and musicals open in March and April at the Nixon Center for Performing and Visual Arts. Noonan High spring play, All Shook Up, performs Saturday through Monday, March 16th through the 18th. Northgate High School spring play, Seussical the Musical, performs Thursday through Saturday, April 18th through the 20th. And East Coweta High School spring play, Matilda, performs Thursday through Saturday, April 25th through the 27th. Also at the Nixon Center on March 7th, the Lettermen come to the center stage to perform hits like When I Fall in Love, Theme from a Summer Place, and Put Your Head on My Shoulder. And on Sunday, March 10th, the Masterworks Chorale performs their biannual concert at the Nixon Center. For more information about the center's upcoming school and community events, and for ticket information, go to www.thenixoncenter.net.
Thanks, Olivia. In other business, at its February 13th meeting, the school board approved additional lighting work and landscaping work at the Noonan High School rebuilding project, which is expected to be completed in June, and heard updates of ongoing work at the LaGrange Street campus.
The front landscaping, or the front lawn there, not landscaping, but the lawn is on grade at this point. They're working to, hopefully, as weather permits, within the next couple of weeks to begin sidewalk installation on that front grade there. Exterior windows have all been installed. Installation of drywall continues at multiple locations inside the building. Ceiling grid and light fixtures are being installed in classroom wings, and if you go into the kitchen, the grease traps are being installed and exhaust hoods are being installed. Making great progress there, still on schedule for completion this coming July.
The board also heard a report on the school system's 2023 fiscal year audit, which was returned with an unmodified opinion and no findings last month by auditors Maudlin and Jenkins.
So on the financial side, we issued an unmodified opinion, which is a clean opinion, which is the best opinion you can get. We also reported no findings. And then on the compliance side, anytime a government has over $750,000 in federal awards, a single audit is required. And we determined that the single audit was ESSER, the ESSER monies and child nutrition cluster. Again, those were clean. We had no compliance issues.
Mr. Latimer, Mr. Chapman, all of our folks in financial services, appreciate all of your hard work. We all know that, with 3,000 employees, it takes all 3,000 of us being committed to compliance and internal controls and making sure that we're good stewards of that which we've been entrusted with. So thank you to all of our employees for their diligence in making sure that we're in good financial shape. And I'm proud to say that we continue to be in good financial shape.
Also at its February meeting, the school board approved the addition of a new middle school course, Exploring Audio-Video Broadcast and Film, for 6th through 8th grade students at Coweta Middle Schools. The 9-week Connections course, which is expected to begin in some Coweta middle schools as early as next year, will provide a hands-on learning environment for middle school students to explore careers in the growing local film, technology, and broadcasting industry. The courses will also be aligned with audio-visual broadcasting and audio-sound recording pathways for high schools offered at the Central Educational Center. We caught up with Coweta Curriculum Administrator and CTAE Director Chase Puckett to explain.
This course was requested by Blake Bass Middle School, and they identified that they were already using students for broadcast for their school announcements, and they had a close relationship with the CEC, and they saw some potential. We want our middle school students to be exposed to that technology at a younger age. That way, when they get to the CEC, they already have some background and some skills that will make them more competitive as they advance through the CEC pathways. There's an enormous career opportunity for students right here in our area, and our middle schools and the CEC are great locations to build on that opportunity.
And finally, all 3 Coweta County high schools have been recognized as AP Honor Schools by the Georgia Department of Education. State School Superintendent Richard Woods announced 276 advanced placement honor schools from 99 of Georgia's 181 school districts for 2024. AP Honor Schools are named in 8 categories and are based on the results of the 2023 AP courses and exams. Advanced placement exams are administered by the College Board, which also administers the SAT, and are one of several ways Georgia students can access college-level learning at the high school level. The Department of Education began recognizing AP Honor Schools in 2008.
That brings us to an end for today's show. Thanks for joining us. CCS TV will return to bring you more stories from the Coweta County school system. And now we'll go to Superintendent Evan Horton for some parting thoughts.
Congratulations to our 2024 STAR students and their STAR teachers for their well-deserved honors. Congratulations also to their high schools, which were named AP Honor Schools for high levels of student achievement in advanced placement. Those two things go hand in hand. It's not lost on me that STAR students often name their AP teachers as their STAR teachers, and that high school emphasis on providing college level and other advanced opportunities often result in outstanding students who rise to rigorous expectations. I also want to congratulate Chad Collard and Stephanie Easterwood of East Coweta High School, 2 outstanding educators and leaders for their new principalships. East Coweta Middle and Arnold Middle are in good hands, and I appreciate both of them for taking on the challenges of school leadership. I'll also mention there were a few other administrative announcements from February's board meeting. Amon Tinker, who's done a phenomenal job at Maggie Brown, was named as the school system's new Director of Student Services to replace longtime director and former high school principal John Boren upon his retirement. Welch Elementary School Principal Janice Smith, also an outstanding principal, was named as the school system's new Student Services Coordinator as well. And Jewel Simmons was named to serve as the school system's Juvenile Court Liaison to replace Mary Cousins upon her retirement later this year. Each of these people have demonstrated strong leadership abilities, and I know they'll continue to serve our school system and community well in the future. But I also want to note each of them has big shoes to fill. John, Mary, and longtime Arnold principal Patrick Sullivan, not to mention Northgate head football coach Mike McDonald, all certainly deserve the new adventures that await them after retirement. But I can't help but feel that our school system loses something profound with each of their departures, including unique leadership styles, exceptional character, years of experience, and deep ties to the traditions of our community and school system that predate all of us. That's worth thinking about, and I assure you that we think about that a lot in our school system. It's why we invest a lot to nurture good people within our school system and spend a lot of time making careful and deliberate decisions about who will fill those shoes and help lead our schools as they nurture our students. But for now, I want to thank you, our departing administrators, for your service and congratulate each of their successors on their new positions. We appreciate each and every one of them. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you soon.